Guys, I have bad news. I mean, it's not horrible news. It's pretty bad news. It's stupid news. I got scammed. So you know how I made a video that I'm preparing for something big. My editors put really big on there, and I didn't tell them to do that, and so that became clickbait. Sorry about that. I was preparing for something big, not really big. Really big's too extreme. It is big, but apparently I was preparing for the wrong thing. I was preparing to get scammed, which, again, luckily it didn't turn out as bad as I thought it was going to. But I'm cranky. So here's what happened. A guy messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm quitting the game. I want to give you all my stuff." Which, that's not like a weird thing, right? For me, that'd be weird if someone said that to you. It's a definite scam for you. But for me, that's happened. People have given me all their stuff. They're like, "I'm North America." So I believe the guy. And I invite him to my family. And later. And I was like, "All right, come on in." And he was like, "Oh, I have work, so I can't quite get to you right away. But we'll record the video later." And so then I come back, and he's like, "Hey, I did it." And this is on Discord. He's like, "I did it. Go check your chest." And I was like, "That's weird. That doesn't make the video." So I go and he emptied everything that wasn't personal. Now, luckily I did not have this chest open. It would have really sucked. But I had all of these chests open. I had like my food, some random stuff. Oh, I put this in afterwards. I need to stop dumping stuff. I'm going to be disorganized. So I'm just going to take this. All right. Just in case I randomly invite someone else into my group again. So, yeah, all of my chests that were sharing, I guess I might as well, it's empty. They're gone. Everything was stolen. Luckily, not this one. This is all the rewards I got for Season 8. Luckily, my most important chest I had locked, which was good. You should all do that. All my, a lot of legendaries, all of this stuff, that would have been horrible to lose. The thing that's really crazy about this, though, is I think to build my trust, he gave me some legendaries to start off. So when we first joined up, he was like, "Hey, I got some stuff in the trading post." And I was like, "Cool, thanks." And so I grabbed him, and he gave me 2 legendaries. So I got this Assassin's Dagger, which is pretty valuable dagger, and the Freya Slash, which is meh. It's not that great. And of course I had all my legendaries locked. So it was almost like a trade. He got a lot more from me than I got from him, because he took all of my like my berries and my healing flasks. It's one of those things that it's like, it's not the end of the world that I lost it, but at the same time, it's annoying to have 0 metal parts, you know what I mean? So he took everything out of my engineering tables. I'm like, I'm tired. I even if I hated someone, I don't know if I would take all this stuff. He did get the stuff I was repairing, which had some, a lot of purples. So that sucks. He took my dispel potions I was making and ghost flowers, so that sucks. And iron. I needed to farm iron. He took all the iron that I had. Oh, and I had like 80 copper bars in here. So again, I have lots of copper bars. That's not a big deal, but man, that sucks. So don't trust people. I don't know what I had in here. Yeah. Oh, he took my mushroom soup, which I was pretty annoyed about that too. Man, I just got the wool. He seemed so genuine, and then was just like, I'm a fan. He said I'm quitting, and then he was like, oh yeah, like, I should have. I did have a little suspicion that when he was like, oh, I was really advanced, but then I had to redo my walls. Like, I destroyed all my walls and I rebuilt them as wood. I should have probably clued in on that, but I didn't. I'm too trusting. Honestly, it just really was believable. But I still got a lot of stuff. So, no, not there. Maybe I don't have a lot of stuff. No, I do. I still have stuff somewhere. Kind of. Not really. There's some stuff. There's some stuff. There's a lot of stuff. So this is what I was like, oh, I can't use them. Well, now I can go use them. I got lots of room in my chest for that. Can also do the forge like 30 times. 34 times. So that would get me a lot more penance. Don't really feel like doing the forge right now. Man, I'm so glad these chests were closed. So yeah, I'm a little sad that I had so many chests open. I didn't have that one open. That's nice. And I didn't have that one open. Oh, thank goodness. But I had a lot of open ones. Again, it wasn't my most valuable stuff, like all my purples, but it still hurts. And honestly, you know what's crazy is even when you lose the stuff that you don't care about, like, I didn't think he was gonna steal this because I'm like, who needs bone fasteners? Like, if you need bone fasteners, like, just trade for it, or like maybe take a few, or only take the bone fasteners, but don't take the metal parts or the metal shards, But he took everything. Like, literally every box that was open to him, he emptied out. Which, it just makes me wonder if he was, like, has he made a video? Is there a guy out there that made a video about how he robbed JCF? Like, why take my, rope? Why take my rope? You know what I mean? Like, why take my metal shards, Is he really that, like, is he that desperate for iron that he's like, no, I need every metal shard, but then also that desperate for rope? That doesn't make any sense. It makes me wonder if he's doing it for a video. Have y'all seen a video come out yet where I robbed JCF? Because that it just doesn't make sense that he would take everything. Like, he literally didn't leave a single item that was not personal. Like, not a single one. Not a single item that was not personal. I was like, how do you even have room for that in your base? It's crazy. So I'm a little sad. And I'm more sad that my editors were like, it's really big. I guess maybe they didn't know what it was. I don't think I said in the video. Well, I definitely didn't say in the video for you guys. That sometimes I give the editors like notes. I'm like, hey, by the way, this is what I'm doing here. And I didn't tell them. So I guess they just didn't know that it wasn't really big. It was just big. It was like, oh, I'm about to get a bunch of free stuff. But I guess what I was really preparing for was getting robbed. Getting scammed. And the season's over, so the PvP is probably not as exciting. You know what? Let's see if we can't get some PvP. That's what we need to cheer up, is some PvP. Though, be honest, sometimes I lose a lot. So we'll see if that happens again or not. Discounts up to 80%. It's exactly what I needed. Spend more money on the game. Yes. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Alright, we're going to see if we can't find some PvP and hopefully make myself feel better. Though if we lose, if I do a good job, so here's the thing. I don't mind losing in this game as long as I feel like I gave a good fight, you know? If I just kind of lock up and they just like, you know, stun lock me and I literally don't do anything, I just kind of sit there and freeze, then I don't really enjoy PvP in Frostborn when I do that. I just feel like that was a bummer, you know, especially when I lose good gear. But I have to sometimes go through one of those to be able to get to the better PvP. So I have to play more, and you know, it takes time and stuff like that. So hopefully I won't lock up. Every once in a while I won't lock up the first time. It depends on really how they act. Some people just are not as like, I don't know. They're easier to be like, oh yeah, we're about to have a fight. Some people are just so decisive. They're like, here we go. And then it's over. Not over, but anyways. The problem is I don't know if I'm going to run into anyone because the season's not, you know, around right now. So, oh, I just felt it's a bot. This bot is going to get trashed by this bear. It's so dumb. Alright, well, I guess I'll just keep looking. I'm tempted to go to a family zone. It's a lot easier to find people, but then you also often find a family, which is kind of not a fair fight. So, all right. Well, there's no zones where people are already in. It doesn't mean that I couldn't sit here and see someone else spawn into my zone. But alright, we're gonna go to the first zone we visited, see if anyone's there. If the zone hasn't reset. The zone is active on the server once I go in, and it's still locked to me. So if someone else went in there and, you know, was farming or looking for PvP, there's a decent chance I could run into them. So we'll see. No chatting. I think this is the same server, but without the season, there's just less reason for people to be here. That's the lame thing. Alright, we're gonna check this one, and then I might just go into a family zone. That will pretty much guarantee that I'm probably gonna lose gear, but if I get a good fight, then it'll be worth it. So if I can at least not not freeze up. And sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when it's like I know I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna fight anyways, those are the times that I can just be a little bit more, I keep my nerve, because I'm not like, well, if I screw this up I'm gonna lose. I'm like, I already know I'm gonna lose. Ugh. Alright, I missed Season 8 already. And Season 8's been gone for like a day, and I'm like so sad. But Season 9 will hopefully be coming soon. And, oh, there's a person. And there's a whole family. As I expected. I'm not gonna fight a family. Ugh, so annoying. It's a duo, but they're full geared. I'm not going to be able to compete with them. So that's it, guys. If you want to be able to play Frostborn 24/7 and just then you really need to have a good family. And those guys are probably doing great just as a duo because there's probably not a lot of 4-man families out there that are really thriving. So even just the duo is gonna, most of the time you're not gonna run into, like, sometimes they get away with being a solo. Duos get away with even more because they can beat solos, and then the trios can kind of rule Frostborn because there's just so few times that you're going to get all 4 of your teammates on. But obviously, if you did, then you would rule. Then and y'all were good, then literally y'all could never be beaten. If you weren't like caught. The problem with Frostborn is like you might run in for a while, and then you end up getting lazy because it's like, oh, we just keep finding solos, and so everyone kind of spreads out, and then you run into a trio, and they're like, they crush the one of you, and then like basically you're split up. You're not ready for it. Okay, well, yeah. So that's it. I got scammed. I lost a lot of chests worth of stuff. Mostly, it's like meh stuff, but it was a lot of it. And because I organized my chest by box, also it's just exhausting to lose that much. Now, I have a lot of stuff in my inbox. I save all of my stuff from every season in my inboxes. So I'll probably be fine. I just do PvP anyways nowadays. So I'll probably be fine. But it just doesn't feel good to be scammed, to have someone who's out there. So anyways, if you see them, if they made a video, I don't know why they did this, then, tell them, not cool, bro. But then again, I also, no, it's not cool. It's not cool. I was going to say, like, well, I kind of, like, set it up by being a trusting person, but honestly, it doesn't make it right. Just because someone trusted you doesn't mean... In fact, doesn't that kind of make it more wrong if someone trusts you and you scam them? Like, aren't you making this world a more jaded and cynical place by them trusting you? So, not cool. Making the world a little bit better, a little bit worse place. And I'll try to be more on guard, have more chests locked in the future. Sorry for those of you guys who get robbed, like this for other reasons. And got to be careful with Frostborn. It is wild west of gaming. Frostborn is the wild west of gaming, and you got to be careful. All right, guys. See you next time.